All right. So starting with our back, guys. Now I might have to just move the. Can you guys see me all right from there? I think I'm in the picture. All right. So we're going to just start with our lift and extend. If you want, you can just do our leg slides if you're finding that one a little bit hard to start off with. So start off with our T-zone, drawing up to our pelvic floor, tightening those lower abdominals. We've got those ribs drawn down and in, neutral spine, shoulders are drawn back and down. We're going to start with inhaling. We're just going to lift and extend and take the leg out and back in. So we're just trying to warm up that T-zone at the moment. If you want, you're welcome just to slide the leg out and then slide it back in. So just trying to warm that up. Just have a feel about centimetre in from the bony bits. We're exhaling as we take the leg out. Inhale as we draw it back in. Good. As we're taking that leg out, just make sure that you're not extending too much through that back or arching through that back. Just make sure that that activation at that T-zone is turning on. Just keep the fingers there. Just have a feel for the activation. It may go on and off, and that's all right. Focus on that breathing. Exhale as we take it out. Inhale as we draw it back in. And as we're exhaling, I'm thinking about drawing those ribs down, flattening those abdominals. All right, let's go into our leg circles. So keeping a neutral spine still, feet down. We're going to take one leg up. Now, if you like, guys, you can use a band on this one. It's up to you. So just placing a band around the foot. Sometimes it helps just guide that leg a little bit better and keeps that hip joint in a better position. So I want you to draw that thigh bone into the hip joint. We're trying to draw it down and in. T-zones on. Inhale first. We're just going to draw that leg down and we're circling out and around. We want to really focus on that T-zone staying on so we're not actually rocking through the hips. So we don't want to be coming out and coming up where the glutes drop down, the hips drop. So keep that nice and controlled. T-zones on, thighs drawn into the hip bone, and then just circle. Focus on that breathing. So if you don't have a band, you don't need to use the band. Just circle it without the band. It's a little bit harder without the band because you don't have, you're not able to direct it a little bit. Circling around. All right. Going back around the other way. So we're going out to the side, coming up the center. Out to the side, up the center. T-zones on. I'm going to tighten through those glutes slightly just to help prevent that rocking through the hips. So inhale as we're taking it out, exhale as we're drawing it up. Good, good. All right, let's swap sides, guys. So other leg in position first, T-zones on, tighten those lower abdominals. Inhale, coming down the center. Exhale as we come out to the side. So remember to focus on drawing that thigh bone into the hip joint. So feel like we're trying to draw it back in there. Will just help any clicking through the hips that you might get as you're circling. You still might get some clicking, that's okay, as long as it's not painful. Just make sure that other knee's not dropping out to the side. Make sure that that's facing up towards the ceiling. All right, let's go out the other way. So out, and then draw it up the center. Good. I'm not going too wide just because I've got the wall there next to me, but you're welcome to go and do a bigger circle if you're able to do so, as long as there's not too much rocking through the hips. Good. Last two. All right. Good. Just placing the band down, guys. We're going to come up into tabletop position. So tightening that T-zone. You imprint that spine, so drawing those abdominals into the mat. Just coming up into tabletop position. And we're just going to start with our toe taps. So just tapping down. Remember, if you want to make it a little bit harder, take it further away from the body. A little bit easier, tap it closer towards the bottom. So we're going to alternate between these and our bikes. Going in 3, 2, 1. Holding in that position, keep that spine imprinted, drawing up and extend, then draw it back in. Extend the leg, then draw it back in. So keep that spine imprinted. We're in tabletop position. Exhale as we take the leg out. Inhale as we draw it back in. You need to support that neck slightly. Just place the hand behind and just hold on to that neck there just to give a little bit more support. Another option is just coming down, keeping the head on the mat. Just make sure you're not taking that leg down as low, so you can be able to come more at a 45-degree angle. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Drawing it back down, guys. Keeping that tabletop position and toe taps. Off we go. So really focus on keeping that spine imprinted. No arching through the back. Make sure that those shoulders aren't drawing up and forward. You want to keep them down and back. Tapping down. Keep that spine imprinted. So you feel like you're flattening those abdominals, pushing them into the floor. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, back to our bikes. If you need a little wrist rest, just bring the feet down. Otherwise, go straight into our bikes. So drawing up, shoulders drawn back and down. Off we go. So exhale as we take the legs out. Inhale as we draw back in. Remember to support the neck if you need to. Good. Otherwise, just place the head down on the mat. You can even just put a little towel behind the head if you need to. 3, 2, and do one more set, guys. All right, coming back down, off we go. Toe taps. Really draw those abdominals into the mat. Flatten them out, keep those ribs drawn in. Don't forget to breathe, no holding the breath. It's a simple exercise, but pairing it up with the bikes will really get those abdominals and T-zone activated. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, one more set of the bikes, last set. And off we go. So exhale as we take it out, inhale as we draw it in. Remember to support the neck if you need to. Just holding that head up slightly. Good, good. We're doing a little bit longer abdominal round today. 3, 2, keep those shoulders drawn back and down. 1, and rest, guys, little rest. All right. Not too long a rest though. All right, so we're going to come up into our pendulum. So tabletop, imprint that spine first, tighten those abdominals. So just going to come up into tabletop position, taking those arms out, palms facing up. All right, we're going to inhale first, taking the legs out, exhale as we draw it back up. Now to the side, and draw back up. Don't worry if there's a little bit of cracking through that lower back. Just helping that mobility as we're warming up. Good, good, good. So remember, a couple of things you need to remember as we're drawing up. Think about imprinting that spine into the mat. Keep the knees squeezed together. All right, if you've got a ring there, you're welcome to use the ring. For those who have been doing my classes before, just grab the ring. All right, let's advance it, guys. I'm just moving across a little bit. So coming out, extend and point that foot and draw it up. Out to the other side, extend and point and draw up. So I'm keeping those knees squeezed together. As I'm drawing up, I'm focusing on imprinting that spine again as I'm flattening the back into the mat. Those shoulders are drawn down. They don't actually leave the mat at all. All right. Good, good. Don't forget the breathing. Exhale as we're drawing up. Inhale as we take it out. Now you can advance it again, guys, if you really want to, which is both legs up. It's a lot harder. Whoops, hit the mind. As it puts a lot more pressure on that lower back. Right, stay with what you're doing. I've got a couple more to do. Last one. Good. All right. Resting, guys. Quick little rest. We're going to come back up into our tabletop position and we're going to go into our hundreds prep, okay? So coming up into tabletop. Arms up, palms facing in. So although the arms are up, I've still got those shoulder blades drawn back and down, okay? Tighten that T-zone. We're just going to curl up, extend, back to tabletop and come back down. Nick, you can even do some heel taps there, if you like. Curling up, extend, back to tabletop and down. Curling up, extend, back to tabletop and back down. So remember, as you're curling up, I want you to think about flattening out those abdominals and imprinting that spine even more. Shoulders are drawn back and down. You're exhaling as we're curling up. Inhale as we come back down. All right, next one, guys. We're going to come up. We're going to hold in that position. Hold there. Shoulders are drawn back and down. Spine's imprinted even more. Off we go, hundreds. Just holding there. Focus on that breathing. So in for 3, out for 3. Or in for 5, out for 5, depending on how fast you want to breathe. Make sure there's no arching through that back. Imprint that spine even more. Hold it there. Hold it there. Shoulders are drawn back and down. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep that spine imprinted, 2, 1, and coming down. Quick little rest, we're going to do one more set. All right, coming back up into tabletop, spine's imprinted. I'm trying to flatten those abdominals into the mat. Arms are up, palms facing in, shoulders drawn back and down. Inhale, exhale as we curl up, extend, back to tabletop and down. Good, keep that chin tucked in. Don't pull up through the neck as you're curling up. You want those abdominals doing the work. So think about drawing the ribs to the hips, tightening and shortening that area. Good, good, good. Tighten those abdominals, flatten them out, especially as the legs are coming up. You want to imprint that spine. Good, good, good. Nearly there. Keep that chin tucked in. All right. Here we come. Up we go. Last hundreds. Hold there. Imprint that spine even more and pulse it away. Off we go. I'm really tightening those abdominals and pushing them into the mat. All right. Keep that T-zone on. Draw up through that pelvic floor at the same time. I've got those shoulder blades drawn back and down. Chin's tucked in. If you need to, just place a hand behind the head if you just need a bit more support on that neck. And just hold the head up. Got a little bit longer to go. Hold it there. Nearly there. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, guys. Good, good. All right, little breather. I'm going to grab my ring for this next exercise just because I find I can get my body also in a better position as we're going into our glute crunches. But you don't need to use them if you don't have one, okay? Whoops. All right. So T-zone's on. We've just got a neutral spine on this one. Taking the hands overhead. So we're just going to come across the body and back down. Across the body and down. So I really want you to focus on drawing the ribs to hips as you're coming across the body. Coming on the outside towards your heels as you reach down. So squeeze and reach. Now you're exhaling as you come up and across. Inhale as you come down. Keep those knees facing up towards the ceiling. Squeeze around each side, focusing on those side obliques, doing the work. Keep it going. All right, on the next one, I want you to come straight forward, hold there in that position. Keep that chin tucked in and we've got little pulses. Little pulses. So the shoulders are up off the mat. Keeping those abdominals contracted and we're just pulsing. All right, back to our oblique crunches. Off we go. So across the body, squeeze around and tighten and come down. Exhale as we're coming up and across. Inhale as we're coming down. Really think about drawing those ribs to hips. Three, two, and last one. Let's come up. Last little pulse, filling up. Hold up there. Keep the shoulders up off the mat. Shoulders are drawn back and down. Just pulsing towards the knees. I've got that spine really imprinted at the moment just as we're doing these crunches because you'll start to recruit the lower back muscles after the obliques. So just imprint it as you're just pushing up. It'll help flatten out those abdominals on the pulse. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest, guys. Good job. Good work. All right. Sitting up for me. So we're going to go onto our tummy and do a little bit of back activation. And we're also going to do a little bit of arms. So you'll need the band for this one. All right. That's on our tummy. So to start with, guys, I want you just to focus on drawing the pubic bone into the mat. So I'm just sort of pushing that into the mat. At the same time, I'm trying to draw those abdominals up off the mat slightly, just so we're not arching too much through that lower back. So by keeping those abdominals on, it'll just help lift it off the stomach, off the mat slightly and stop the back being recruited too much, the lower back. All right, so arms are just to the side, about right angles at the elbows. And all we're going to do is we're just going to draw up, and I just want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together and release. Squeeze together and release. So I'm focusing on keeping the shoulder blades drawn down the back. And then as I draw the arms up, I'm actually squeezing the shoulder blades together. Like there's a small ball between your shoulder blades, and you're trying to squeeze them together. Just a small activation. Good, good. Squeezing up. Keep that pubic bone pushed into the mat. Draw the abdominals up. And then just squeeze and draw those shoulder blades together. Squeeze, then release. A few more. Three, 2. Last one. Good. Taking the hands out in front, guys. We're going to go into our Supermans. So we're alternating arm to alternating leg. So we've got the pubic bone pushed into the mat. Draw those abdominals out slightly. We're just going to go, sorry, not alternating, opposite leg to opposite arm. So we're squeezing up and lowering. Few things to focus on before you lift. Squeeze and tighten that bottom first and draw the leg up. So you want the bottom and the glute, the bottom and the hamstrings lifting the leg. I focus on drawing the shoulder blades down the back and then lift. Keep that chin down facing the mat. Good. Don't forget your breathing. Still focus on keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze and activate the glutes and then lift. And 3, 2, 1. All right, draw those arms back down. We're going back into the scapular activation. So shoulders are drawn back and down. Pubic bone pushed in, lifting that chest up just slightly. And then squeeze, lifting the arms and release. Squeeze and release. So really squeeze those shoulder blades together for me. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze and tighten. Try to make them touch. 3, 2, 1. All right, good. So going into our flights, guys. So pubic bone tucked under, arms down, pushing them back past your back. So feel like you're trying to reach down towards the toes, right? Shoulders are drawn back and down. We're just going to rotate and then turn back. Rotate and back. So I'm exhaling for 2 and inhaling for 2. Just to focus on that breathing. Make sure those elbows are straight and locked. If they're bent, you're not going to be working the triceps as much. Reach down towards the toes. It will help activate those shoulder blades as well. Nearly there. Hold it there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good job, guys. Well done. All right. Just coming up onto the knees, guys. I'm just going to move this back a little bit. So now you can do these exercises standing up. All right, I'm just on the knees so you can see me better in the screen. So if you've got any knee problems, you can actually stand up if you want. All right, or you can come up onto the knees. I'll stay down a bit lower so you can see me. So we're just going to do our external rotation with the bands. These are again working our scapula. All right, so elbows are locked in by the side. Shoulders are drawn back and down. So I'm just squeezing and opening and closing. So targeting the rotor cuff muscles. There's a few of them there. So if you want to make it harder, come in a bit closer. If you want to make it easier, take it a bit wider. So just opening up and make sure those elbows are staying locked in by the sides. Keep those abdominals on still. Good, good. Focus on your breathing as well. A few more. We've done a bit of work just with the scapula, triceps, the back of the arms, rotor cuff. Just trying to work on that back area a lot more to open up the chest. 3, 2, to help with posture. Last one. All right, staying where you are, guys. We're coming up and overhead. All right, so holding that band, we're just going to reach out And I want you to focus more on drawing the shoulder blades down the back. So these are our lat pull downs. Squeezing down. So the muscles that attach to the base of our shoulder blades, we're activating them. We're drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Good. So don't think about the arms doing the movement. I really try and focus on those shoulder blades, drawing that band out. Squeeze them together as you come down. It's a nice little stretch between through the chest there as well, the pecs. Good, good. And 4 more. 2, 3, 4. All right, while we're still down or come down, guys, and we're going to come into our seated row. So I've got 2 more exercises here before we go into our glutes. So shoulders are drawn back and down. All right, so seated rows, we're squeezing back and lengthening. Squeeze back, lengthening. Each time you squeeze, I just want you to focus on pulling the shoulder blades together, but just be careful. These ones, people tend to bring the shoulders up towards the ears. Make sure the shoulders stay away from the ears. Focus on that breathing. Very good. A few more. 8, 9, 10. 2 more, guys. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. All right. Last one. Last one. So I'm just going to move the screen slightly a bit. So just placing the band under the actual knees. You probably can't see me very well, can you? Sorry. Not sure if that helped. So just placing the band under your knees. That's just holding it into position, all right? The other arm is going to be holding onto the band, okay? So we're just going to be doing a lateral raise. So we're working our shoulders, okay? So holding onto the band, I want you to draw the shoulder blades back and down, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Abdominals on, yeah? So you can take the arm out to the side and down. So if you find it too easy, just shorten the band a little bit more. You want to have some resistance there, guys, yeah? Good. So you want resistance most of the way, not just in that first part. You're good. A few more. And let's swap sides, guys. Very good. To your sides, move the band. Okay, you ready? So out to the side. Very good. Now right through the back as you're lifting. Make sure there's some resistance there. Pull that shoulder down, then lift. Very good. And last one. Good job. All All right, put them aside, guys. No more arms for the moment. No more arms, which is nice. Let's move the band so you can see me for the next phase. All right, so we're going to start with our pelvic lifts. We're going to do some glute work. So we've got our pelvic lifts, and then we're going to do single leg pelvic lifts, and then go into some of our horse kicks where we're on all fours, okay? So on the back, guys. So drawing up through that T-zone, tightening those lower abdominals. We're going to activate the glutes first, and then we're just going to tilt that pubic bone up towards the ribs as we're lifting. So we're squeezing up and lower. 2. Very good. So I'm really focused on squeezing those glutes as I'm lifting. Make sure those knees are going up towards the ceiling. They're not dropping out to the side as you're lifting. If you're uneven, it just means one of the glutes are turning off. So you want to make sure both glutes are turning on, and then you're squeezing and lifting. Might mean that glute's just a little bit weaker. Make sure those hips are nice and level. Good, good. All right, couple more. Then I'll advance it. Now, if you can't do the next lot, guys, just stay with these pelvic lifts, okay? So we're just going to come up. One leg you can either have straight out in front, or you can just have it at sort of a right angle in tabletop position. Okay, so we're going to do our single leg pelvic lifts. I'm keeping my bent just because of my funny knee. All right, squeezing up and lower. Good, so really focus on activating those glutes, especially the one where the leg is down. That one's doing most of the work. So this will really target that one glute that's lifting. So otherwise you can keep the legs straight if you want. And well done, guys. Let's swap sides. Just got 12 on each side. All right, so either keep the leg bent or straight. Off we go. Squeeze those glutes and lift. If you're struggling with these, just go with our normal pelvic lifts. Squeeze and lift. Keep the knee bent if you need to. Still going to be working that glute. And rest, guys. All right, back into pelvic lifts. Off we go. So activate those glutes and tilt that pubic bone up towards the ribs and then lower. Keep those hips nice and level. And we have 3 more, guys. Squeeze and tighten. Good, good. All right, single leg, guys. 10 each side. So tighten that T-zone. Leg out in front or bent. Squeeze the glutes and lift. Up we go for 10. Squeeze and tighten that glute. Keep the hips level. Don't let it drop down. Make sure both hips are lifting. Good, good. Oh, one more for good luck. All right, off we go. On the other side, tighten those glutes, then lift. And since we did 11 on the other side, we're going to do 11 on this side. Gotta make sure we're even. Squeeze and lift, keep those hips level. Nearly there. 9, 10, and lift. Good job, guys. Well done. All right, have a little glute stretch for me. Because we're about to go into our horse kicks. Do a little bit of work on those hamstrings as well. Good, other side. All right, coming up for me. So on all fours, guys. All right, I'm just moving back a little bit because I'm sitting on the edge of the carpet. All right, so a couple of tips, guys. We just want to make sure that we're not collapsing and arching through that back, the bum sticking out. So make sure that you're drawing those abdominals up and in. And I focus on just trying to flatten out the shoulder blades as well. So I draw that chest up into the shoulder blades. We don't want those shoulder blades leaning either and drawing together. So we're opening them up, drawing that chest up into the shoulder blades, drawing those abdominals in. All right, on the actual horse kicks, be careful because a lot of people put all their weight into their arms. Try and focus on putting 90% of your weight through the knees to take the pressure off the wrists. You can even go up onto a fist if you need to, if you get really sore wrists. It'll just keep the wrist straight so you're not in a bent position. All right, let's start with our horse kick. So I want 90% of the weight through one knee, so that means you might need to bring the knee to the center a little bit more. We're just going to lift that other leg up. We're going to activate and squeeze the glute, then extend out and back in. And forward a bit. Extend out and back in. So you'll notice as I'm taking that leg out, I'm not arching and squeezing the back. So I'm just extending out and drawing back in. So I'm tightening that bottom and then extending out. Feel like you're sort of tensing it up slightly before you extend out. Good. 2 more. Hold there. And little pulses. So extend it out, guys, and I just want you to pulse towards the ceiling. Bend that knee, flex the foot. I want you to push that heel up towards the ceiling. You're squeezing that bottom and then lifting. All right, take it back out, another little pulse, hold it there. Coming in for 5, in, extend, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one, I want you to hold it there. All right, we're just going to curl the leg in and extend and point. Curl it in and extend and point. So you'll notice that I'm keeping that leg level. All we're doing is bending at the knee, drawing the heel towards the bottom. We're working the hamstrings now, yeah? Squeeze that bottom, keep that leg lifted, keep the weight through the knee. I'm actually lifting that thigh up and then just bending the heel towards the bum. Notice that knee's not dropping. Keep the leg up. And 3, 2, last one, and relax, guys. Come down for a little stretch going over the other side. Hopefully you're feeling that in your bottom and your hamstrings. All right, let's swap it around. I'm going to go face the other side so you can see me better on this side. You don't have to turn around though. All right, so again, focus on drawing those ribs up into the chest. So we're opening up the shoulder blades. I keep those abdominals, we're drawing that belly button up into the spine. So we're not dropping and arching. Means we're turning the abdominals and that off. So drawing up. All right, weight into the knee. Lift that leg up and extend. Squeeze that bottom and extend. Very good. So I'm tightening that bottom before I extend it out. All the movement's coming from that bottom. All right, take it out and hold. And little pulses, off we go. Bend the knee, guys, flex that foot, push it up towards the ceiling, heel going towards the ceiling. Keep those abdominals on. All right, extend it back out and a little pulse again. Hold it there. Squeeze that thumb. 3, 2, 1. All right, drawing that leg in, back to the horse kicks and in. All right, next one, come out and hold it there. Let's go, hamstrings. So keep that thigh up and we're just bending at the knee, drawing that heel towards the bottom. Keep that leg lifted, don't let it drop. Nearly there. And good work, guys, coming down. Good, good. That's all today. It's only a small glute round. Well done. Stretch it out. Coming up, give those hip flexors a bit of a stretch, guys. I'm just pushing forward, stretching through the front of the thigh there. So make sure you push the hip forward to get that stretch. Coming back. Those calves a bit of a stretch. Swapping sides. Good, good. And coming back. All right, just bending over, guys, just stretching through those hamstrings. Now, if you can touch the ground, great. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Everyone's flexibility is different, as long as you're getting a stretch through the back of the leg. So if you only get to here, that's fine. If you're getting a stretch, then that's good. All right, as long as it feels good. All right, taking the legs out a little bit wider. I just want you to come around each side and just stretch across. Back around to the other side. So if you're not touching the ground, just come across and just touch onto those shins there, guys. Just come down as far as you comfortably can when you're getting it, and it should feel good, the stretch, okay? You shouldn't be in pain. All right, drawing those legs in. So just bend into one knee and then swap it over, 2 on each side. Good, coming up for me, guys. You can stand up for me and we'll just do some arm stretches. Because we did a few arms and scapular today, didn't we? Other side. Taking that arm behind, and I just push on that elbow, drawing it down the back to stretch the back of the triceps. And on the back of the arms. Other side. And behind. Well done, guys. You did well. Good job. I can't actually turn you off mute. Well done.